So today we're going to be talking about a big, huge topic that's going on in the sports world as far as MMA goes. So we have the competitors, the likes of the UFC and MVP. And what I mean by that is Netflix has MVP promotions and Paramount has UFC promotions. So with that being said, excuse me, with that being said, the UFC is a promotion. MVP, most valuable promotions, is a promotion in its name itself. And both of those people have two different streaming rights to networks. MVP over here has Netflix, and then the UFC over here has Paramount. So, what a lot of people aren't understanding, everybody keeps saying, oh, Netflix is going in the MMA space. Netflix is going in the MMA space. No, Netflix is not going into the MMA space. That is just not happening right now. Okay. They are showing you, they are in the show business. Okay. Let me break it down for you real quick. Netflix shows you things. They'll show you TV shows, movies, live wrestling, live boxing. They will show you a guy live climbing up on the side of a building. Okay. They will show you things. Okay. So they're going to show you the product. Okay. So Netflix isn't getting into the MMA business. They are in the show you business and they make a lot of money. But I'm going to get into that later on in this video. As far as right now, just breaking it down. A lot of people keep saying Netflix into the MMA game. Netflix, will they stay in it? Netflix, Netflix, Netflix. You got it all wrong. It's MVP Promotions. MVP Promotions is the one and the only promotion that is promoting an MMA fight on Netflix. Okay? The UFC is promoting fights on Paramount. Paramount is what gives you the show, what shows you the show. UFC puts it together. So right now in May, I believe May 15th or the 16th, I could be wrong, but it's in May. You have Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey. You have Francis Ngannou versus Felipe Lins. Then you have Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry. Okay? So it's not the fact that Netflix is getting MMA space. Netflix is already in the business of showing us, the viewers, something. Okay? They just got into the business of showing us live events, wrestling, boxing, the guy climbing on the side of the building, whether that was pre-recorded live, whomever. Now they're getting into the showing us MMA. Okay, the UFC had a chance to go to Netflix. You see what I'm saying? They had a chance to do a rights deal with Netflix. Okay, they talked Amazon. You see what I'm saying? They talked to everybody. They decided to go with somebody US based. Okay, they were only streaming or looking for streaming rights deal US only. People don't understand that. There's a reason why the UFC didn't go to Netflix, okay? Because they wasn't looking for a one worldwide partner, okay? They got partnership with Sky Sports, Discovery Plus. They do pay-per-views outside of the US. It is a US-based company, okay? They made it, the Fertitta brothers and Dana White made it a US-based company. So they were looking for to get pay-per-views out of the US. Okay. They don't give two craps about charging pay-per-view people outside of the US. Okay. Canada, Brazil, Mexico, Australia, Russia, China, you name it, UK, Africa, all those countries and continents around the world, they are still doing pay-per-views. Okay. So the only streaming rights deal they were looking for was US based. What is the biggest platform, US based only, that will get us the most views? And that was Paramount. A lot of people don't understand Hulu, Netflix, those things, okay, worldwide, right? Netflix is. Hulu's got to be, right? If not, Hulu's only US based. And even at that point, Paramount probably had more than Hulu, right? Hulu probably wasn't trying to come with a good deal. So maybe they didn't even talk to Hulu. Maybe Hulu wasn't even in the discussion. even the running. Now, if they were looking for a one worldwide partner, that would have been Netflix. TKO owns WWE. Raw is on Netflix. It would have been a no-brainer. Wrap it all up in one, right? But they only were looking for US-based only. So while y'all keep rambling on, everybody from the likes of Mighty Mouse, Ariel Helwani, all these people, mad shout out to, Mighty Mouse and Ariel Helwani, but you guys are looking at it from the wrong perspective. You guys keep saying, everybody keeps saying, Netflix, MMA. No, it's MVP Promotions that's putting on the fight on Netflix. Netflix is just showing you it, okay? Now, let's break down the bread. Netflix is going to make money no matter whether they show you live events or not, okay? If you do the minimum, $7.99, and you times that by how many subscribers they have, which is 300 million, this is like 330 million, but let's just do a flat number and make it even. 300 million, okay? So that's basically $8. $7.99, round it. It's basically $8, okay? It's 1 cent off. We'll just round that boy. 8 cents or 1 cent, you know what I'm saying? $8, okay? Minus that, I messed up a little bit. But anyways, when you times that, okay, that's like $2.4 billion a month. Okay, let that sink in. 2.4 million, 2.4 billion, something along the lines of there. They make that reoccurringly a month, regardless if they show you live events or not. They make that regardless. That's at the minimum. Now let's say only 200 million of those people do the $7.99. Let's say 100 million people do the max, which is like 23, 26. Let's just say it's $30 a month. Make it flat even, 30, right? That's 100 million people. That's a lot more than 2.4 billion, 2.4 million, right? That's a lot more, right? Right? I know 2.4 million and 2.4 billion is two different numbers, but I don't have a calculator. Got to do the math on that. But it's right around there. Whether they're making 2.4 million or 2.4 billion a month, times that by 12, that's what they're making yearly, annually, okay? Regardless if they show you stuff or not, because they already have stuff on the platform itself. Things that come and go, new episodes, all of it, right? So, the UFC is in the business of making money, but they are not the platform. They are the promotion. The platform is Paramount. Paramount, same thing as Netflix, streaming service, reoccurring, making money. What do they got? 50 million, 55 million, 75 million subscribers in the US, right? So therefore, boom, that's what it is. Times that by how much ever you got to pay, $8.99, I think it is. That's how much they make a month off of all their subscribers at once, regardless if they show you stuff live or not. Because again, like Netflix, everything is on Paramount. So now that I've broken that down, nobody's breaking it down. Okay, nobody's doing that. Okay, nobody's doing that. Okay, Netflix streaming rights deal with MVP. Paramount streaming rights deal with the UFC. Does that make any kind of sense anywhere along the lines of making sense? Because to me, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm trying to figure it out. These days, people just want to look at it as a whole. They don't really want to break it down. They don't want to open up the box. They just want to look at the box. You're just looking at it like, oh, it's a nice box. Break it open. Bust it down. Let the viewers know exactly what you're thinking. They are, but they're not thinking what I'm thinking. I'm looking at it from the outside just like everybody else is, and I'm like, how did I not see that? What promotion is putting on the event in May? Sure in the fuck ain't UFC. It's, you know what I'm saying? DAZN has Top Rank, they have Matchroom Boxing, and they have Golden Boy. See what I'm saying? DAZN is a streaming platform. That's boxing, but it's the same deal. One, it's combat sports. Two, streaming platforms. Three, they have streaming rights deal with the promotions. And it's all combat sports. So even though it's different combat sports, it's all around the same scenario. Streaming rights deal. Okay? Now, everybody's like, Netflix, one-off deal. Netflix, one-off. No, it's MVP Promotions. Are they doing a one-off? Is Jake Paul and Nikisa doing a one-off? I don't think so. I don't think that they are. I think that they make a lot of reoccurring money. So I'm saying, I think they make a lot of reoccurring money. So therefore, they are not in the business of just doing one event. Did they come into boxing, do one event, and then they were gone? Nope. They did another one, another one. They got their own promotion. So they already got it set up. They already know how to show it. They just needed a platform to show it on. So that's Netflix. It just amazes me. But I'm glad I was able to come back on here and get this to y'all, because you guys, the viewers, you guys needed this. You guys needed to hear what exactly is going on. Now, we'll be busting out some more videos and breaking everything down precisely for you guys. Okay, we don't need sources. We don't need behind the scenes people telling us stuff. I'm looking at it as a whole, but I'm also breaking it down, opening it up, and looking inside the box, and I'm like, oh man, I see all these pieces, and I'm just connecting them like a jigsaw puzzle. And I'm telling you, if you listen to it very correctly, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. So it's Texas Boy. I appreciate you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, like, share the video. Okay, it's free. It only takes a couple seconds. And comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are about this Netflix / MVP Promotions rights deal. Is it a one-off rights deal? That's what it is. Is it a one-off? Are they going to keep doing it? They obviously have been doing boxing events. You know, they did some on DAZN. They're starting to do the women's on ESPN only, it looks like, US base. So is this Netflix thing a one-off, or are they trying to sign a multi-year thing? That is the question that I want you guys to answer, that I want anyone who sees this video to ask themselves, because that is the question. It's not, is Netflix getting in the business? They already in the show you business, as I've explained for minutes. Is MVP going to stay in the MMA space, or is this just a one-off? Because as again, it's Most Valuable Promotions that is putting on the event. Okay, Netflix is just showing you it. Until next time, Texas Boy, I'm out.